Howard Jacobson here from wellstartcoach.com. That's going to be my main gig for the next couple of weeks as I talk about the coaching program that we are getting ready to recommence. And I want to talk about a coaching issue. I'm also with Sick to Fit, Plant Yourself, WellStart Health. But I want to talk about coaching. And so if you are thinking of becoming a coach, or you are a coach, or you are a healthcare professional who deals with human beings, or you are a human being who has to deal with yourself, these are all techniques that I think you'll find valuable as I discuss. Someone's outside. You need me?
Not right now.
Okay.
I just wanted you to look at my resume before you print it.
Okay, I'm doing a Facebook Live.
I love you.
Love you too. That was a UPS man. Just kidding. That was my daughter. So today I want to talk about, this is in the dieting community broadly, and also in the vegan plant-based community, our fear of going for perfection. And so you hear this a lot: progress, not perfection. And when do we hear this? A lot. We hear this a lot when people aren't perfect, when they slip up, screw up, fall off the wagon, binge, sit on the couch for 3 weeks. And then they tell someone, and we say, well, we're going for progress, not perfection. So the question is, what is wrong with going for perfection? And the answer that we get is, well, we're human beings are flawed. We are not perfect. And so going for perfection is just setting us up for failure. And okay, so what? We shouldn't try? Here's the thing. If you try for perfection and fail, at least you're getting close to perfection. If you don't try for perfection and then you fail, where are you? So let's think about some other areas of human existence where perfection is impossible. And let's say, for example, basketball. So no basketball player I know of has ever hit every shot they've ever taken. There's a wonderful scene from the movie Pleasantville, where there's this black and white town, black and white television sort of town from the 1950s where there's no problems. And the high school basketball team is practicing and they never, ever miss a shot. It's kind of hilarious. But, in real life, Steph Curry misses shots. Jerry West, if you remember him, one of the great free throw shooters of all time, would occasionally miss. Certainly players miss from the court all the time. So does this mean that we should tell players don't aim for the basket? Or just sort of, just throw it in the general direction of the hoop? And maybe it'll go in, maybe it won't. Who cares? All right. No. Where do they aim? They aim for just below the back of the rim. They aim for perfection. They don't want to hit the rim and have it go in. They don't want to bank it, usually, unless it's a layup or another weird bank shot. They want it to swish. And a swish is, by definition, perfection. And just because they don't hit it all the time doesn't mean they aren't practicing perfection. Now, imagine, let's take two people. Let's do a randomized clinical trial. Let's have two conditions. So one condition is we're going to take people who've never played basketball before, and we are going to see who gets better at shooting free throws. And we get one group of people, let's say 1,000 people, and they get to practice for an hour with basketballs and a regulation net and hoop and backboard. And they just keep throwing, and every time it goes in, they notice it, and when it misses, they notice it, and they just do that for an hour. That's condition A. Condition B is same thing, except they're blindfolded, and they have earplugs in, so they can't see or hear, but everything else is exactly the same. Which group do you think is going to get better? Obviously, group A, that is getting feedback, is going to improve. But they only improve if they're aiming for the basket. All right? If they're just aiming, say aim anywhere. Throw it anywhere you like. Throw it up, throw it down, throw it in. Doesn't matter. That's the same as not getting any feedback. That's the same as being blindfolded and earplugged, so you don't receive feedback on how to do it better. So the issue is not progress versus perfection. The issue is progress towards perfection or not making progress. So many coaches I work with are scared of holding their clients' feet to the fire, holding them accountable, saying, hey, this is what we agreed, and there's a gap between agreement and performance. Let's talk about it. And the fear here is we don't want to shame them, right? So if you hire a coach, of course you don't want to be belittled and shamed by that coach, but you also don't want to end up having paid them thousands of dollars over months or years and not getting what you wanted. So if you are looking for a coach, you demand that they take accountability seriously and that they guide you to aim for perfection. In another video I did a couple months ago, I think it was the ZTFD, zero tolerance, ZTFD, that's what I said, zero tolerance for deviation. That's where improvement comes from saying, okay, I shot the basket, it didn't go in. Now, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm not going to crawl in a hole. I'm not going to write a long essay about how I'm the worst basketball player ever and I don't deserve to wear Air Jordans. No, I shoot, I miss, I notice, I learn, and I improve for next time. The other thing I don't do is, oh well, progress, not perfection, and don't pay any attention to the learning. And don't pay attention to, did I miss right or left? Too far, not far enough. Not enough arc, too much arc. Did I get blocked? Were my feet wrong? All right, so the more exquisitely mindful we can be about the gap between our desired outcome, which is perfection, and what we're actually accomplishing, the faster we're going to learn and the more profoundly we will get this new skill, new behavior, new habit into our nervous system and into our life and into our identity. So as a coach, how do we help people with accountability? How do we help them aim for 100% perfection and deal with it when they don't achieve that? So one thing is to say it up front, just like I said right here. 'Cause people understand that. Like, yeah, we're going for perfection. Don't beat yourself up when you screw up. In fact, what we teach people is instead of saying don't beat yourself up, we give them a tool that is incompatible with beating yourself up. And it's incompatible with letting it go. And we call it the FAST assessment. And it's a moment by moment, stop, freeze frame, look at what happened. So we're not just saying, oh, generally, well, I'll do better next time. But we are taking it and putting it into individual moments. And we're looking for the power moment when things could have gone either way. What I call the sliding doors moment after the Gwyneth Paltrow film, which is a pretty good film, even though she sells weird stuff now. It was a pretty good film. And what we could do differently next time in that situation, in that moment, and we come up with a when-then plan. So it becomes clinical. It's not about, am I a failure as a person? Am I imperfect? Is there something wrong with me? It simply becomes, we aim for perfection so that we can see the gap clearly between our performance and perfection, and we can cut that distance, shave it with every single new trial. All right, so if you're interested in becoming one of the world's great health coaches, you can check us out at wellstartcoach.com, wellstartcoach.com. If you would like to be coached by some of the world's greatest health coaches, you can go to wellstarthealth.com. You can also, I do private coaching, and I would like to take on a few more clients right now. I've been doing a lot of business building and a lot of group work, and I'm hankering for a little bit of one-on-one. So if you're listening to this and you think I would like to spend a year working with Howard, and I like someone who speaks of himself in the third person sometimes, then check out my laser coaching program. It's the one 95% of people choose. It's the most affordable program and wicked effective, and it's for an entire year, and it's unlimited 15-minute coaching sessions. Check that out at plantyourself.com/laser, Laser. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. If you have things you'd like me to talk about and Futero, then you can type them in comments, either on Facebook or YouTube, or just hit me up, hj@plantyourself.com. Love to hear what you're thinking. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great day.